one day we would be able to download our human brain capacity into a Optimus.
Yes. I think that is, I'm not saying this is, I think it is possible, I think, to do that. It is possible.
Which would be a different way of eternal life, because we would also download our personalities into a body.
Yes, we could download the things that we believe make ourselves unique. Now, of course, if you're not in a body anymore, that there's definitely going to be some difference there, you know. So, but as far as preserving our memories, our personality, if you will, I think we could do that.
Pentagon scientists have finished testing on an early that can make laser plasma balls talk.
Stop, or we will be forced to fire upon you.
It's called the laser-induced plasma effect, and it's made by the Joint Non-Lethal Weapons Directorate. So what they've done is basically created a laser that can shoot out to a certain distance, and they can pipe in sound waves through it, and actually make human voice sounds and commands.
Stop, or we will be forced to fire upon you.
Now, where this becomes useful is around an area we want to keep a perimeter secure. So essentially, you can shoot out this laser, you can then talk to the people on the edge of the perimeter rather than sending troops out there and tell them to get away, or you're going to shoot, or get away, or they're going to use other means to deter them. And that same laser can be used to actually target the individual and create heat through pinpricks, like microscopic pinpricks in their skin, even beneath clothing. It's extremely uncomfortable, and people move out of the way almost immediately. At the same time, the exact same laser is also being used as kind of a never-ending flashbang grenade. It can basically, with a power source, it can constantly create audible effects to deter and confuse and disorient people, just like a flashbang grenade that you would have in your kit, but would only be able to flash once, maybe twice, depending on the design. Now, it's still a few years away. They just finished testing to get the audio portion through the laser in a laboratory setting this year, but they expect to have a fieldable version within the next 5 years that troops could use to protect different areas or put on mobile platforms to disperse crowds or use it in a non-lethal way in theater.
Is it just me? Or does it seem kind of strange?
There's stuff in it.
All right, time for another snow test.
Same exact thing. Y'all tell me what on earth this is supposed to be.
So, yesterday and today was really, really foggy. This here,
All right. So it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks. And like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it smells not right. And I'm 41. I've been through fog. This is something different. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that.
So I've been looking all over TikTok about fog talk, and here we go. We've got a bit of fog heading over to Rottnest Island. We're off the coast of Western Australia heading to Rottnest Island, and we've got this weird fog, or low clouds. I don't know. We're part of it. All we need is a deal back, and we're part of what's happening in 2025.
I also noticed since this fog arrived on Christmas Day, you got a sore throat, you started to feel lethargic, you lost your appetite, you felt fluey, you couldn't do anything, didn't have any energy, sweat, couldn't sleep. There's nothing natural about it for me, people.
Here in South Carolina, just like everywhere else, it seems like the fog is not going away. Usually the fog is supposed to go away, when the sun comes out, or even after morning when it starts to get a little warmer. But this fog is not going away. I have a migraine from hell today. And this morning, I was so sick to my stomach when I went home from work, and I haven't been ill or anything like that recently. Is this related to the fog?
I myself have been under the weather for the last like 5 days. Nothing severe, nothing like what other people are reporting, but like a scratchy throat. You can kind of hear it in my voice. Just kind of more tired and things like that. And I just don't know. It's just strange. It's just strange. The fog itself was strange. I even thought it was strange just when I thought it was just here in southeast Nebraska where I am. When it wouldn't leave for 3 to 4 days, I was like, that is strange. And then I start seeing all these people on social media talking about they're all over the country and they're experiencing the same kind of fog. Makes you think.
Fog right here, man. It smells like chlorine out here and like something burning. Like it. Seriously, I keep seeing all these videos about this fog stuff. So tonight I'm gonna come out here with my flashlight. But really though, man, what do y'all think? All right, time for another snow test. As y'all can see, this one right here is clear, okay? The last one had a bunch of crazy stuff in it. Everybody wanted to say it was off the ground, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna put this bowl right here. The bowl's going right here. Look, nothing's in the bowl. Nothing. It's gonna sit right here, let it fill up, be right back. All right, here we are 2 hours later, getting the bowl, moment of truth. Oh, yeah, dude. That's crazy, ain't it? All right, look, y'all pay attention. I'm going to knock some off so it don't spill in the house. I don't want to melt my floors off or anything, getting the stuff on the floor, you know what I'm saying? All right, go in here. Dang that dirt bike, boy. Microscope test. Here we go. It's literally only been 30 minutes. Look how much is coming. Look, there's no water down there. There's no water whatsoever. But what is it doing? Shrinking how? Tell me. Clean slide. Y'all ready? And I got gloves on. Look at this. Ready? All right. Whoop. That's all we're going to need right there. So as you can see, look. Literally, this is how it's going to go, just like that. Now watch this. Hold on. Look at there. Same exact thing, okay? Look. Same exact thing. Y'all tell me what on earth this is supposed to be. It's purple and it's in the snow. And look, there it is. Look at that. The slide. Look at that. Has not. That's it. That's what's on there. What y'all just saw is what I just showed you. That's it. Explain that.
He authorized Sidney Gottlieb to spray germs into the fog in San Francisco Harbor. The point was to try to infect 800,000 in San Francisco. Thought that the germ would sit heavily in the fog and would linger in the air longer that way, and 11 people got identical urinary tract infections within the next 3 days. But these people were discharging crystals from their bodies that they actually got together in doctors' groups and talked about it. That what in the world is this? Is this some kind of a new disease? And then like magic, it just went away.
Never heard this noise in my life here. Nothing in the sky. Fog came in, covered the bridge. All of a sudden something wants to hide behind this fog and be loud and crazy sounding. Anything like it. And I work on this bridge every day.
Town at the House of the Temple. The modern Egyptian magicians, the Freemasons, Scottish Rite, 33rd degree, are conducting the raising of Osiris ceremony to call the seed of Osiris Apollo from the underworld through the Washington Monument obelisk, where it magically emits into the U.S. Capitol dome, while America's new leader is standing there accepting his role as the living representative of Osiris. This is done in anticipation of the day when events are going to surpass parity, and the beast that was and is not shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, the Greek word Apollo. And they that dwell on earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not, and yet is. Revelation 17:8. For a few adepts of history and secret orders, this DC ritual is deliciously staged, as even the term inaugurate is from the Latin inauguratio, and it refers to the archaic ceremony by which the Roman augurs or soothsayers would approve a king or a ruler through omens as being sanctioned by the god Jupiter, the same entities whose prophecies on the Great Seal herald his upcoming challenge to Yahweh Jehovah for heavenly supremacy, while his son Apollo Osiris seizes authority over the world in a final pagan golden age.
He's flown drones for years. He is a professional at what he does. So here's Lane. He's standing in the field. There's his suitcase. And as you can see from the photograph, this is the drone photo, there's nothing around him. There's nothing anywhere around him. It's just a very flat field. This is what the drone took from a photograph. When we render the data, here's the data, and we go into the 3D view. It's a little tricky to see, but Lane is standing out here, and I will turn off the extra scans of over here. Let me turn off, I'll go to the 3D view. Here's the scan I want. So this is the same set of data right here. This is Lane. If you can see, this is the same picture of Lane right there. You see his head. I'll back up a little bit so it's a little easier to see.
Yeah.
There's Lane, but standing 8 feet away from Lane, when you turn it, 8 feet away from him is something 8 feet tall, 4 foot wide. It's colorized with different colors on the side, one color in the middle right there. But again, here's my buddy Lane, and if we go back to the photograph, there he is, open field and case.
Now, where is it in the color?
Louisiana.
No. Where would it be? All right, so show me.
This whole entity right here was not in.
Where is he?
This is Lane right
here.
Okay,
which way is he facing?
If you see, he is facing straight east.
Straight east. Now show me where that. Show me where that being is when you show me the regular picture.
It's to his left.
It's straight to his left, directly to his left, 8 feet.
Wait, what is it?
That's what he doesn't know.
That's what he doesn't know.
We're wondering if it's an angel because it's an infrared.
There's no tree, there's nothing else, but there it is. It's 4 foot wide and about 8 foot tall, 8 feet away from him. And again, if you go back to the picture, there he is.
Now,
right here.
Where is the being in that picture? Where would he be standing?
It doesn't exist.
Frate, uitați-vă și voi. Ceva se întâmplă, frate, uitați-vă și trece ceva pe sus, că nu știu de unde vine, uite. Uite. Nu este că e filtru sau ceva. Nu e filtru, uitați-vă, na. Că vă arăt în altă parte, că nu e nimic. Ce se întâmplă, mă, când se duc în sătul? Uitați-vă și voi. Dar numai pe jumătatea aia acolo.
I had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one and he said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. said, can you expand upon that? And he said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envious.
New discovery in ancient France that you're going to want to see. The wildest thing is it's only understandable from the sky. This is the astrogeometry of Karnak. The stones are 7,000 years old. There's 4,000 of them between 40 and 350 tons. This is the last time we did that. These stones are arranged in very neat lines across the landscape. They can't be used for agriculture. If you take a picture of the sun at the same time every day, it forms this infinity sign shape. For a seasonal calendar, this can be achieved with a really long stick. The angle of the stones is achieved using 3 perfect squares connected end to end. That is exactly half of a 3-4-5 triangle like you learned in school to create perfect right angles. The Sumerians were the first to document the use of this triangle, but now we have one that's 2,000 years older than that. The Karnak cornerstones create the 3-square triangle and the 3-4-5 right triangle. Did this using huge stones over 1,400 meters. Stonehenge was built 1,000 years later. For that story to work, we have to assume there were ancient cave geometers. So what do these angles mean? And what was the use for this precise geometry? Well, Angkor Wat and the Great Pyramid also use this technique. That explanation is going to need a part 2. Because to pull this off, you have to know what we didn't know. They used symbol geometry to communicate ideas through music, art, architecture.
I don't know if this is super coincidental, but in the movie Interstellar that's on Netflix right now, you have the same situation that's going on right now. And now you're going to see a similar situation where we saw the drones, and now here in this part, watch, and that would be the mysterious fog that took over the entire nation.
Se me como humo raro.
A ver, record.
Oh my God, babe, what is that?
I don't know. Is that an alien?
Yes! It is 100% an alien, Saida.
Okay, record.
What is that? It looks like a... It went away now.
I'm still getting it on my camera.
Just take a look at this. One of the few bells of the old world survived, hidden and buried in Lithuania. This beautiful massive bell, over 100 years old. Look at the machinery it takes to lift it out of that hole. Just look how heavy it is. But what happened to all the bells of the old world? Where did they all go? The ones that used to adorn all the church's towers. They tell us they were removed and melted down for ammunition in one of their many ill-fought wars at our expense. But what we were intentionally not made to realize is just how important these bells were in the old world. Churches, temples, buildings adorned with bell towers were not just idle places of worship. They were the healing centers of the old world, operating similar to the principles of the Rife machine, using frequency and vibration, a technology and capability known very well in the old world. Why would we be allowed such empowering freedoms? There is no profit and control to be had in a healthy patient. And that's definitely not the business model of modern medicine. Question everything, friends.
What is that, guys? It's literally just like hovering in that spot. It's huge.